Hi everyone, this is going to be a reading, you versus them reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Let's ask Spirit Guides and Angels, what does my Capricorn need to know about their energy, their person's energy? Let's look into Capricorn first. Spirit Guides and Angels, use me as a channel of your peace and healing and truth and clarity. Thank you so much. What message do you need to deliver today to the Capricorn viewer that may be watching? For whoever is watching this video, what message do they need to hear for their highest and greatest good? So we have the Princess of Wands, the Five of Swords, Eight of Cups, and Nine of Discs. So Nine of Coins. So we've got 5, 8, 9. You know, these energies are a very confident, self-assured, independent, successful, passionate, driven energy. So if that's not describing you at this moment, maybe it's describing someone that you're dealing with. And by the way, if this reading does not resonate with you and your situation, feel free to check out your other signs. But I'm looking at a person who's very confident, who's glowing, who's going after what they want, who's working hard and enjoying the fruits of their labor, who's abundant and successful and attractive, who maybe recently had to walk away from a person or a situation that just wasn't satisfying them anymore. Or maybe you've been considering leaving or walking away from a person or a job. You know that there's something more out there for you, and you know that there's a life or a relationship or something that is more in alignment with your best self and what you really want and are capable of, and whatever relationship you're in or job that you're in, you know, it may have worked for you for a long time and it may have served you well for a long time, but it's just not satisfying you anymore. You know that there's more out there, and you have enough courage and enough faith to at least allow yourself to fantasize and dream and wonder and use your imagination about what's possible. The Five of Swords tells us there's some kind of conflict or tension or bickering or argument between you and the people around you. Maybe everyone has their own opinion on a certain matter, you know, or maybe you're the one watching the people around you fight and argue. But the Five of Swords can also be an energy of dealing with someone who's very selfish, self-centered. They just want to win at all costs, and they don't care who they hurt. They care more about being right than being happy. That's for sure. What else do I need to know about Capricorn? And this, okay, wow, this one's went flying. Princess of Swords, yeah. So this is all about communication, information, being very cut and dry with the facts, potentially having to see something from a more logical perspective, maybe take your heart out of the situation and think about it more logically. You're definitely someone who doesn't take shit from anyone. And you maybe recently had to set a clear line in the sand with someone. Maybe you had to set some clear boundaries with some people you're dealing with who are just all about the drama, or they're just dealing at a lower vibrational frequency, and you're not having it. You know that you deserve better than that. You know that you want to surround yourself with people that are better than that, and you're not letting anyone walk all over you, and you're not afraid to stick up for yourself and stand up for yourself and speak your mind and speak what you need and what you want and what you think and what you feel. And I'm really loving your energy. I gotta be honest. Like, you're kind of a badass.
I didn't understand that.
Sorry about that. So let's get one more for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What do they need to know? Four of Discs. Yeah, there's definitely an energy of like holding on to something or holding back in some way. Maybe a part of you wants to play it safe or stay where you're secure and stable and familiar. Stay where you're comfortable. You know, you clearly have been doing something for a while now that was working for a while, and maybe for a long while. But I just feel you bursting at the seams, knowing that more is possible and you want more too. And the same old just isn't going to cut it anymore. You don't want to play small. You don't want to play by the same old rules with the same old people. I really feel like you're wanting to burst at the seams and mix it up and do something different and be better and surround yourself with people that are better and bigger and are continually growing. And maybe this Four of Coins is talking about someone in your environment that's wanting to hold you back and not let you go and is wanting to keep doing what you've always done. And in some ways, that's keeping you small, right? Because if we're not constantly growing and expanding and changing, then we're just staying stuck. We're staying small and things don't really progress. Yes, it's comfortable and it's safe and it's familiar, but we weren't really meant to live that way. The energy of your person so far, we've got the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Your person might be very emotional, romantic, sensitive, caring, compassionate. Your person might also be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. The roles can be reversed, by the way. This doesn't have to be you and this doesn't have to be them. It's just general energies. So what else do we need to know about Capricorn's person, Sun, Moon, or Rising? What's the energy of Capricorn's person? The Hermit in reverse. You might be dealing with a Virgo or have Virgo in your chart. We've got the King of Swords in reverse. I love that a pair came out. Not quite, because this is the Princess of Swords, but we've got the King of Swords. We've got the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So we've got, the highest person on the totem pole standing right next to the next lowest person. Like, the Knight is somewhere in between. It's not a king or a queen, but it's not the lowest. It's not a page either. So maybe you're in a relationship where you're the king or queen, you're the mature, responsible, stable, advanced one, and you're dealing with someone who's just a little bit behind you. Maybe they're just a little bit less mature or a little bit less advanced spiritually or a little bit less capable and experienced in some way. Now, your person might have been isolating a lot lately, or the Hermit in reverse can just talk about they've done the soul searching, they've learned the spiritual lesson for this circumstance, and they're ready to go back out into the world and apply the new knowledge that they've gained. But the King of Swords in reverse is a very tricky energy. This one fell on the floor, Justice in reverse. You might be dealing with the Libra. It can be someone who can be quite abusive, to be honest, but also a little bit, it doesn't have to be that extreme. It can be someone who's just a little bit harsh, who speaks without thinking, who says what they mean, but there's not really a whole lot of emotion behind it, which is interesting because, we also have an energy of a very compassionate, sensitive, feeling, loving person here. And so the energy just doesn't seem to match. So let's get one more for your person. What can I know about this King of Swords in reverse energy? Spirit guides and angels, please clarify this King of Swords in reverse. It can also just be confusion, a lack of clarity, a lack of seeing things from the bigger picture, or just not kind of having that eagle eye view. Maybe being too down in the weeds and not having a plan. So 10 of Swords, your person might be feeling at the end of their rope that maybe they've reached rock bottom in some way. They may be feeling exhausted mentally. They may be feeling hurt or betrayed in some issue or matter that doesn't even have to be recent. But next to the Justice, like, your person feels like there's been some injustice, there's been some unfairness, some lack of accountability. Someone hasn't been speaking the truth. They haven't been taking ownership for their misdeeds. And, the three of these cards together tells me that there's someone here that's feeling wronged, and they feel hurt, abandoned, betrayed in some way. and they might be really angry about it. The King of Swords in reverse can be someone who's just angry, harsh. You know, you don't get any second chances with the King of Swords in reverse. Once you hurt them, their walls go up, and there's no convincing them otherwise. So I think it's really interesting that we get these energies right here, but we also have these energies here, which are very loving, emotional, romantic, sensitive, compassionate energies. So maybe your person, deep down, they are very compassionate, sensitive, loving, romantic, but when someone wrongs them, the walls go up and they get into protection mode, and you know, the trust is just not rebuilt very easily. That's kind of the impression I'm getting. So let's see if we can get any more information for Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn? So we have false person, courthouse, great fortune, and toil and labor. Yeah, it's interesting that courthouse came out because justice can talk about legal matters. You don't have to be going to court over something, or have interacted with the courts in some way. Maybe someone had to go to jail, or there was some consequences for some bad behavior or some poor decision making. It can just talk about consequences and karma in general. You may be experiencing some karma, or your person may be experiencing some karma. And karma can just generally talk about experiencing the consequences of your actions. You know, for every action, there's a reaction. Now, you may be feeling like you're the person that's been putting all the work in the relationship. Toil and labor is someone who's working day and night, working their fingers down to the bone. You may be feeling exhausted and fed up and underappreciated. And you may be feeling it hard to trust your person at this time. Or maybe you just haven't really expressed your true feelings to them. Maybe your walls have gone up as well. Or, you know, maybe it's vice versa. The roles can be reversed. What else can we know about Capricorn, their person? What's going on with Capricorn's person, spirit guides and angels? Yeah, especially with the Ten of Swords, your person might, and switch it if the roles are reversed, but your person might be feeling like at the end of their rope, like, I can't do this anymore. No more second chances. I've been hurt too badly and I can't trust anymore. I want to. There's a lot of love here, but someone's been hurt badly and they're having a really hard time opening themselves back up, because they just don't want to get hurt anymore. And maybe that's you. Maybe it's reversed. I'm kind of suspecting that it might be, but only you can say. Leave me a comment to let me know. So we've got message, courtship, child, main male. Now you might be dealing with a male, or you might be a male. But, you know, for some of you, you've been dating this person, or you're married to this person, and some of you have children involved. It doesn't have to apply. For some of you, maybe it's more like the numbers are more significant. But some of you definitely have a family with this person, or they're like your main person. You know, they're an important person in your life, and they're part of the framework of your life. And they might have received some news recently about the family or about the relationship, some kind of message or communication from you, or maybe they're about to send you some sort of communication about your relationship or your family or your home in some way. Let's wrap this up with some advice from Wisdom of the Oracle, Colette Baron Reed. A leg up. All right. Essential meanings: receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. You've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life is a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. And I think it's so interesting. It talks about independence and interdependence because remember how I was saying, like, I see such a bold, confident, independent, self-assured person here who's not afraid to speak their mind and go after what they want, stand on their own 2 feet. The relationship message, relationships that are healthy thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust. You will be met with kindness and love. Yes, kindness and love right here, guys. Don't expect others to read your mind, though. Ask and it is given. Now is the perfect time to seek advice from a mentor or business advisor who has been where you want to go to help you get there too. If you do, you will receive very good counsel that will aid in your prosperity. It may also be the case that your endeavors have grown and you are in a position where you just can't do it all yourself anymore. Wow. Time to bring on those who can give you a leg up. Trust that help is available and it will indeed appear. Delegate authority to others so that you can take steps towards your big dream. The perfect people will arrive at the perfect time so long as you step forward with just a mustard seed of faith. Are you always insisting on doing everything yourself? Do you have little faith that help will come? Convinced that the burden of the world is doomed to remain on your shoulders? Your beliefs about going it alone need to be discarded as they do not serve you at all. Let others help you. Yes, it will make you feel vulnerable to admit you need a helping hand, but to be vulnerable is good, for you have a lesson to learn. You must let someone else assist. You can't do life all by yourself. Once you shift your expectations, you'll be amazed by how quickly help arrives to give you a leg up. Wow, guys, what a powerful message. I really hope you got something out of that. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but it would mean the world to me. And until the next one, take care.